We're champions of the world. We're champions of the world. And now you're gonna believe us. And now you're gonna believe us. And now you're gonna believe us. We're champions of the world. Wow, 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 wow. We have done it, ladies and gentlemen. We are officially Club World Cup champions for the first time ever. And I'm sorry this video hasn't come out sooner. I was actually unwell yesterday and I was only just about able to watch the match. So annoying. I've literally got a load of snacks here. I got snacks for the Super Bowl tonight. I was like, you know what? It's not often every day Chelsea playing a Club World Cup final, is it? So I'll go out and get some snacks, and I didn't manage to eat them. But I did cheer. I cheered us on. It made me feel even more ill. But come on, no. Oh, Roman, do you know what it's worth? Kai Havertz is the best on earth. And he, like, honestly proved himself again. All of these haters slating him. Oh, he's a flop, he's a flop, he's a flop, he's a flop. Suddenly comes through, ends up winning the Champions League with a goal against Man City. Ends up winning against Palmeiras with a penalty that was called as you like. He comes out after the match, and the interviewer is like, "Were you nervous? Because you didn't look nervous at all." He's like, "Oh no, I was nervous." I was like, "See, he didn't look nervous. He looked so composed." And the penalty didn't look nervous either. It was slap bang straight into the left. I have no words. No words. It's just it's an unbelievable feeling. It really is. 2021 Club World Cup champions, and like you're probably going, oh yeah, but like it's 2022. No, it's because the tournament's based on last year. That's why. So don't worry about that. I haven't messed up yet. Although my emotions probably will get me messed up because we're 2 minutes in to the video and I'm already struggling for words. I just can't, like, see, I just can't put my thoughts out there enough because I'm so happy. Like, people call this like it's like a pointless tournament. It's not. It's the best teams around the world, and tonight we are the best. Well, today and for the next year at least, we are the best team on the planet, officially. Frank Lampard once said, "I told you Chelsea was the best team in the world, and tonight we are." Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. And I tell you what, I still need to get a name put on the back of my shirt. And do you know what it's going to be? My name on the back of the shirt is going to be Havertz. I was debating Mount's my favourite player, but it's going to be Havertz because he's, oh my god, man. £72 million Havertz was. He paid all of that off with the Champions League. He's just gone and made one hell of a profit by winning us the Club World Cup, honestly. The performance from the guys was spectacular. We had domination over the whole game. The only time we didn't really dominate was when they scored their penalty, and it was a bit shaky. We didn't know what to do going forward. But we pulled through, went to extra time, and Kai Havertz coolly slots home. But about the penalty, about how I said he was nervous, I was reading this morning. It looked like Azpilicueta was going to take the penalty. They were saying on commentary, oh, and the skipper's putting the ball down and try and slide it home with no Jorginho on the pitch. And it really looked like Azpilicueta was going to take it. But did he take it? No, he did not. Because what he was doing, and this was actually quite clever thinking, he knew that the Palmeiras players would come to him to try and put him off the penalty. So if that was Havertz, they'd try and put him off and it could get in Havertz's head. And they knew already Havertz was going to take it. So because Azpilicueta took in all of that talking and feedback, then it allowed Havertz to stay separate so then he could step up and slot it home. That was clever. That was clever, and it worked. It worked. It really did. Honestly, I just have no words right now. It's just unbelievable. And I tell you what, for one video as well, I'm not gonna complain about Lukaku because he could have been better. He could have been better, but he was much better yesterday, much better, and ended up getting that goal. And what a header it was as well. No chance the keeper was getting to that. Honestly, Lukaku, keep it up, lad. Keep getting stronger, because we need you up front. Simple as that. So we can win more trophies. Because Chelsea now has officially won it all. We really have won it all. We've won the Premier League, the FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League, Europa League, Club World Cup, you name it. We've won it all. And I want to give a special mention to Cesar Azpilicueta as well, our captain. You know, he's been with us now for 10 years. He had heartbreak in the Club World Cup when he came on as a sub 10 years ago. But now he's won it all. He's won 2 FA Cups, 2 Premier Leagues, League Cup, Champions League, Europa League, Club World Cup. He is going into history books. Like, nobody would even question it, but he is going in Chelsea's history books, no doubt about it, along with Havertz, along with the whole team that has shown the world that actually we are a force to be reckoned with, because we haven't been our best recent years, let's be honest, but we've always still been there, pushing forward, getting them trophies, you know. 2017, like 2016-17 won the Premier League, 17-18 terrible season in the league, but we came through in the FA Cup and won that. 18-19, not the best in the league, but we got top 4 still, and we got the Europa League. 19-20, dismal year really, wasn't the best, but we had a transfer ban. 2021, Champions League, and then this year, the Super Cup and the Club World Cup, and we've still got the League Cup final to go at the end of this month. And we're still in the FA Cup, and we're still in Champions League. And technically we can still win the Premier League, but that one's a bit of a not happening. So honestly, this season we can still win a couple more trophies. We could win 4 trophies this season. Honestly, it's outstanding. I don't know what more to say, but another special mention to Edouard Mendy as well. He's a champion of Europe, champion of Africa, and now a champion of the world. Honestly, it's so good to see, like, everyone just pulling together and working hard. Palmeiras fans absolutely dominated Chelsea fans. There was way more of them, and you could hear it as well. There was they were overpowering Chelsea fans through most of the match. But I could still hear the Chelsea fans' enthusiasm. You know, like, the fans showed up, the players showed up, and everything just went right for us. It was written in the stars, honestly. So from World Cup woes 10 years ago against a Brazilian team to now beating a Brazilian team and winning the World Cup, it feels good. It feels good. So we're now the 3rd club in England to win the Club World Cup. And I actually felt bad because when I found out when we lost to Corinthians, that's the last time that a Brazilian team or a non-European team has won that competition, won the Club World Cup. Shows Brazil, shows English, European domination. You know, like, it's been Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid, all of them, and we've just completely ruined it. It would have been Palmeiras' first time winning this tournament as well, but it wasn't. It wasn't. And apparently back in Brazil they make fun of Palmeiras for not winning it, a bit like how we like chant at Tottenham and Arsenal that they'll never sing Champions of Europe, because they won't, and they won't sing the Club World winners of the Club World Cup either. It's just, I can't express exactly how I'm feeling, but you'll probably feel it as well with the Chelsea fans out there, because tonight and from now on for the next at least a year, no one can claim that they are the best in the world. Anyway, we're 10 minutes into the video, so let's actually start breaking down the match, shall we? So we had 22 shots with 3 on target. But I said how we dominated possession. We had 71% possession. We did well. We really did do well. And honestly, it just showed when they couldn't cope, especially when we put that penalty away. They really couldn't cope, because they ended up getting that red card when Havertz was through on goal for a third of the match, and it was a clear it was a clear free kick and a clear red card to me, but it did go to VAR and it was given as a red card. Do you know, it's funny because people are saying, oh, penalty FC, penalty FC. We don't get that many penalties, really. And if you wanted to take away the penalties, fine. Take away the penalties. They had penalty, we had a penalty. 2 take 1 is 1. 1 take 1 is nil. We won 1-0 and in normal time. What more do you want? We're still the champions. So don't come at us saying, oh, you won by a penalty. No, we didn't win by a penalty. We won by a solid Lukaku header, if you want to play that game. Thing is, their penalty, for me, it was a bit tough. It was a bit harsh because, I mean, their penalty, like our penalty was harsh as well. But, like, Thiago Silva's arm got stuck on the shoulder. So how is he meant to bring it down with the shoulder being there? But unfortunately, it was a penalty because it did hit the arm and it could have led to a goal. We never know. And it went to VAR, and obviously when the referee goes over to the monitor, you pretty much know it's going to get overturned. And it did. It got given as a penalty. Things until that point, until that penalty as well, we had applied so much pressure looking for a second. They couldn't get on the ball at all, and then suddenly that penalty came and the whole game changed. They suddenly got a load of possession until we found our feet again, and then our penalty came. That was a clear handball. It was more obvious than Thiago Silva's because his hand was out. Obviously it was harsh, but his hand was out. Couldn't do anything with it except pull it away. So handball, and again went to the monitor, gave the penalty, which was justice in my mind, because if they gave the one against Thiago Silva, then they had to give that one too. And they did, so there was a bit of consistency there, which is good because we all know that FIFA hates England, and therefore English teams. But honestly, and I'll tell you what, for the first time in goodness knows how long, we had 0 offsides, which shows that we were just trying to like build up play, and then suddenly on that break. And what I noticed was we were getting the ball to Thiago Silva, and Thiago Silva would slowly advance up the pitch, offload the ball for a little bit of a run, then he'd go back to Silva, advance a bit more up the pitch, and then suddenly Silva was in a position to do one of his long passes to either wing, and then the wing could cross it into the box, such as Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi was great. That assist to Lukaku, perfect ball for Lukaku to just smash the header home. Honestly, it's unbelievable. We'll never forget this night in Abu Dhabi, Mohammed bin Zayed Stadium. It's just unbelievable. We are the champions of the world. There's not much more than that I can say because it's just so good. But just to run you through, obviously the main order. So Romelu Lukaku scored a goal in the 54th minute before Rafael Veiga scored a penalty in the 64th for Palmeiras. We go on to extra time. Kai Havertz scores penalty in the 117th minute, and before Juan Garcia got a red card in the 120 plus 6 minutes. Whew! Honestly, when that 5 minutes or whatever it was came out, it was 4 minutes, I believe. I was like, no, end the game, please. I was begging the ref to blow his whistle, but Chelsea just kept at it, kept it away from our goal. And then it really showed off when Palmeiras got so frustrated that their player lunged in to stop us getting that third goal and led to a red card. But it was a clear red card because Havertz was clearly through one-on-one with the keeper. Great goal scoring opportunity, and he chopped him down. Easy red card, no discussion about it. And he pretty much knew. Obviously, he had some arguing because his emotions at the time, because obviously you're losing in a Club World Cup final, especially when it's your first one. We would have done the same if the same happened to us. But in the end, he didn't have any arguments. He just walked off, like, yeah, head down in shame. There's not much more to it, but that's the main timeline anyway. But it was hard to see Mount go off at half time, but just before half time with injury as well. But Pulisic, he could read the game. He read the game when he was sitting on the bench, came straight in, knew where the weaknesses was, went in alongside Lukaku, and there you go. We officially won the Club World Cup. Well, there's not much more to say, really, then I can get out, because my head is killing me, because I've been celebrating so much. It's just unbelievable. So, let's go on to the player ratings. Edouard Mendy, I'm going to give an 8. Clean sheet, if you take away the penalties, so, great. So, it obviously wasn't his fault about the penalty, but he could have done better from the penalty, but at the same time he couldn't, because once you're committed to going one way, you can't go the other way. It's just impossible. But in the end, he like, other than the penalty, he kept a clean sheet, like I said. But he's a great keeper, isn't he, really? It was always going to be tough between him and Kepa, because Kepa's been in such good form recently. But in the end, he did go back to his number one goalkeeper, and Mendy played. Andreas Christensen, I'll give a 7. He did let a few balls in, but at the same time, when it looked like that he was still on goal, he'd just coolly cover him off. Thiago Silva, I'm going to give a 7. He would have had an 8 if he hadn't given that penalty away, but he still gave a solid defensive performance. Not more you can ask for. Antonio Rudiger, another 8, because he didn't let much go down his side at all. Because it was interesting, we went back to a back 3, and Hudson-Odoi on the left wing role as well, when he drops back. He works so well in that position, honestly, and he did again last night, which is why he's also got an 8. I'm stuck between 8 and 9 because he gave that assist. I'll go with an 8.5. There you go, 8.5 Hudson-Odoi compared to his opposite number, Azpilicueta. I'll give him an 8.52. He coolly led his team to glory, and that tactic to prevent pressure going on Havertz for the final penalty. So then in midfield, we have Conte. He played well, but I'll give him a 7, because he's normally better than that. So I'll give him a 7.5 actually. He was almost at an 8, but I've seen him play better. Kovacic, he played. I'm not sure, but I didn't really see much of Kovacic, and he gave away a couple silly fouls, so I'll give him a 7. Mason Mount, he didn't get to do much in the game, but when he was on the pitch, he was doing quite well. I'll give him a 7. He didn't get the full time to prove like what he can do to the Club World Cup. So he probably would have got an 8 or a 9. But yeah, Havertz, I'm gonna give a solid 10. I didn't see him do anything wrong. The only reason why he got a yellow card was because he took off his shirt, which is a straight yellow card. See, there wasn't any yellow cards in that match, but other than that yellow card and the red card to their team. Other than that, the referee obviously just wanted the game to keep flowing, because it's a final of the World Cup. You don't want to influence the game too much, which is fair enough, I believe. So for that reason, Havertz does get a 10. He properly put his shift in yesterday, got the winning goal, and didn't put a foot wrong. And Lukaku got a goal. Could have been better, but he did get a goal, and for that reason I'm going to give him a 9, which is the highest rating I would give him in a long time, really, but he definitely deserved it. deserve that goal, because he did try, and he got the goal in the semi-final to get us to the final, and he got the first goal yesterday as well. So my man of the match is coming up shortly, but we'll just quickly look at the substitutes. So Christian Pulisic came on, give him an 8. Timo Werner, I'll give a 7, because you didn't hear much of him. Saul Niguez, didn't hear much of him either. I'll give him a 7. Ziyech, not much to him either, really. So I'll get, he did come on late though, as well as Sarr. So I'll give a 7 for both Ziyech and Sarr. And Thomas Tuchel was back on the touchline yesterday. How good was it to see him back in his natural habitat, bouncing up and down, instructing the team? Yeah, like I thought he was going to VAR at one point, because he was like this. Like, honestly, it's just so good. But on to my man of the match. It's Havertz. My man of the match is Kai Havertz, because his performance was unbelievable. And like I said, I gave him a 10 because he couldn't have done anything better, really. And he almost got that second goal as well. So, well done to Kai Havertz. You have become my 3rd man of the match on this channel. 3rd? Yes, 3rd. So, congratulations. And well done to Chelsea FC. And we can officially call ourselves with champions of the world. Thank you for watching this video. Keep supporting Chelsea, because honestly it's so good being a Chelsea fan, really is. We have some hard times, but other than that, this is what you get. You get trophies, and we just have to try and stop City in the coming years to get in the league. I think next season we'll have a proper push compared to this season, but what can I say, really? We've still got trophies to compete for, so let's go back to the Premier League with a positive attitude. Beat Crystal Palace. That's coming up next, I believe. So it's Crystal Palace next, and you know what? I've just searched up Chelsea FC to get to just double check the fixtures, and it comes up with fireworks. So if you want to see that, search type in Chelsea FC, and fireworks will come across the screen, because we are the champions. And I tell you what, I'm going to change up the outro to this video only. I'll keep the new image, which you're about to see, but a special one-off song, seeing as we've just won. But it, honestly, search up if you want it. It's good. It's good. But Crystal Palace next on Saturday at 3 o'clock, before we go to Stamford Bridge to play against Los Galil in the Champions League round of 16, first leg. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. So thank you for watching. Keep the blue flag flying high from Stamford Bridge to Abu Dhabi, and come on, you Blues!